you want to say hi to everybody if you're just joining us. Look who I have.
Hello, everybody.
I have George Takei. You know him. My God, if you're not a Trekkie, you know him from all kinds of shows and movies. You were Heroes, of
and
course.
now Supah
And now
Ninjas.
Supah Ninjas. I just
And
saw
Howard Stern.
Of course. You are a regular on Howard Stern.
Irregular.
A regular. An irregular regular. Hey, listen, so you were on Supah Ninjas. I heard that that's an awesome show. A couple of people here, they're like, we watch Nickelodeon. We watch that show.
Good, because they have kids and they're good parents.
Yeah.
They watch it with their kids, right?
I love your
My
book.
nephew has 2 kids, 9 years old and 11 years old. And the kids are hooked on it, but the parents, my nephew and his wife, are just as dedicated to the show.
I love your voice, George. Do you do voice exercises in the morning?
Well, no, I do voiceovers. As a matter of fact, in next weekend, I'm going to be working with the Kansas City Symphony. I narrate symphony orchestras as well.
You're a busy man. Well, listen, you guys, I'll turn it over to you for a quick Q&A with George. Do you have a question for him? Scott, I'll start with you. Do you have one?
Me?
Hi, Scott.
Hi there. Could you describe your new show? I am curious about it, and I haven't seen it.
Oh, well, it's a Nickelodeon show. It's aimed at kids from 6 to 11, preteens. My nephew's kids are at just that right age. It's about 3 teenagers who are ninjas. I'm a ninja master, and I find that my grandson has amazing reflexes, which is inherited. I have that. My parents and grandparents have that. My son doesn't have that. And so I skip over my son and teach my grandson the art of ninjutsu. But he brings in his buddy and his crush, and so I train them. And so there are 3 ninjas that go out to right the wrongs of the world. However, an important tenet of being a ninja is you do your good work without credit. You do it anonymously. And that's why you're dressed in black and you do your work at night.
Can you personally do any of that stuff, any of the physical stuff that come along with it?
As a ninja master,
Yeah.
I'm an actor.
Hey,
Aren't I impressive?
You're very impressive.
I have a heritage of ninjutsu.
That's right. James. Miles, you are a longtime fan. What's your question?
Yeah, George, I'm just curious.
Where are you, Miles? There you
yeah,
are.
I'm down here, George. Hi.
Yes,
sorry.
there you are. And you're from England.
I am indeed, yes. Yes.
Where in England are you from?
I'm in the southwest.
Southwest? Devon?
Yes, that's the near Devon, very close, on the border.
On the border. Cornwall?
No, it's Somerset.
Somerset. Ah, yes. Lovely country, the West Country.
Yeah, I know, it's great. My question would be, in the last reboot of Star Trek, the movie, we had Leonard came on and Spock came back and did his bit, yeah?
Yes.
in the next one, if they offered you a part, would you come back and play your future self?
Well, as a matter of fact, they've commenced filming already. I think they've been filming for about 2 weeks now at Paramount Studios. No, there will not be any of us making a return guest engagement.
Oh.
However, one of the characters from the original TV series will reappear, and we will leave it as a surprise.
Yeah, please do, yeah.
You
excellent.
have a lot of work in New York. You do theater, you're with Howard, and then you do your movies and TV shows on this side. Do you have a preference? Which coast do you like better?
Well, I'm a native Angelino and a second-generation Californian. My parents were Northern Californians. My mother was born in Sacramento. My father was a San Franciscan. They met here in Los Angeles. I love L.A. But I also love New York. I love the metabolism, the energy there.
Different, huh?
Oh,
Different.
well, I'm a city kid, and that New York is the quintessential city. However, being a Southern Californian, I cannot take 2 seasons in New York. Their summers are absolutely melting.
Yeah.
Oh, it just kills you. You completely, die. but especially horrendous, I mean, fearful, are the winters of New York. I mean, they're painful, and they can't say, New Yorkers like to say, oh, good weather, but you pay a high price for it. You get earthquakes. You get well, there was an earthquake in New York last year.
That's right.
And yes, and they had a hurricane we lived through. Our apartment creaked. We're in a high-rise building,
I remember that,
77
yeah.
stories, but nevertheless, it still creaks. It's terrifying. And in October, we had a snowstorm. I mean, they can't say we have horrific weather here in Southern California.
But this is your home.
This
LA
is my
your
home,
where your parents
but we also have a home in New York, in the springtime and in the fall.
Beautiful. Okay, another question. You've got one. Mike, go ahead.
Hi, George. I'm Mike from England, right in the dead centre near Birmingham and Coventry.
Birmingham, Coventry. I've visited both places. You've
Fantastic.
got a great library in Birmingham.
Yeah, I'm just close to Stratford upon Avon, actually, Shakespeare's
I went to
birthplace.
school there.
Oh, wow.
The Shakespeare Institute.
Can I ask you about your time in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here? My question is,
sure.
I absolutely loved you in that. Absolutely fantastic. And the question is it real in that, or is it when the cameras are turned off, broadcast cameras, they're not supplying you with, like, 5-star dinners and...
Yeah, you have to eat all the critters that they actually have.
It is so real. I mean, the cold, and do you remember it rained at night?
Yeah.
And it was muddy and intolerably cold. That is very real. You saw me eating insects. That is very real. I cannot act that. That is so real. Everything about that is real. However, the tasks that we're given and the challenges that we have to put, that's all, put up for us. But how we respond to them, how we take on those challenges are very real. So it's a combination of orchestration by the powers that be, that disembodied voice that you hear in the jungle. But living in the jungle for a whole month is very, very stressful.
have you made lifelong friends?
With some good people, and many of them are still my friends. I haven't kept up with Joe Swatch as much, but Brian Paddock comes to Los Angeles periodically, and so we see him when we get to London as well.
I have a last question for you, and then I'll let you go because I know you're a busy man. Are you having more fun now, or was it more fun during the Trekkie days and you running around at that?
I have
How's life
fun
now?
when I'm having it, and it was a lot of fun when I was doing Star Trek. And then now, there's still Star Trek in my life.
Yes.
We're doing Star Trek conventions. So,
They're huge, yeah.
Fun is fun when you're having it, and you don't compare the fun you had way back then with now. I'm having great fun now, but back then, in that context, I was having a glorious fun time.
I'll bet. Well, you sound like you're having a great time. You look fabulous. We're so glad that you came and visit us. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
Look for you on the Ninjas.
Supah
Ninjas, sorry.
Supah Ninjas.
George Takei, you guys.
Here in Los Angeles, in the U.S., it's tomorrow night at 9 p.m.
Okay.
I hope it sells to the U.K.
Yeah, I hope this too.
It's showing in. Is it showing in Britain?
I don't know, actually. I haven't got Nickelodeon.
Not sure yet.
Nickelodeon. Do check it out. Yes.
All right, thank you everybody for joining
Brilliant.
us. Hang out with
Live
me.
long and prosper.
Wonderful.
Yes, yes. I can't do it.
Thank you.
Oh,
Okay,
fantastic.
bye guys. Thanks for
So
hanging
long.
out.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks, George.